Hello everybody, how you doing? If this is your first time pulling up the Tim's Tidbit, I like to say, welcome. If it's not your first time pulling up, I still want to say welcome and thank you for always pulling up the Tim's Tidbit. And this is another episode of Mama, I Want to Trade. Hey, hey. Again, welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al's Gore's internet every single day, but that's not why you're here. You're here to learn about the lingo of ICT. Yes, so this is Mama I Want to Trade, and in today's episode, we will be covering another PDub by ICT. Yes, another reference point, if you will. We will get into the imbalances soon, very soon, but we will be getting into another reference point today, and it's very similar to the last reference point. Very, very similar. Let's get into it, man. Without further ado, today's reference point is, drum roll please, the breaker. Yes, it is the breaker. The breaker is very similar to the mitigation block. Let's just get right into it without further ado. The breaker. So, just like the mitigation block, the breaker is a resistance and or support level or a bearish or bullish institutional reference point. There's your drinking word, reference point. It's a reference point because it's just a breadcrumb, if you will. It's not an imbalance in price. It's just a location where the algos leave little breadcrumbs to know I need to go back there for a reason. What's the reason? It depends on the reference point. Now, as always, I'm going to give it to you straight off ICT slides. Then I'm going to give it to you the way that little Timmy Rogers understands it. So, the way ICT says it. This is what ICT says. And this is for a bullish breaker. Again, everything is just reversed for a bearish breaker. I'm just giving, and when we move into the price action, don't worry, I have examples of bullish and bearish. But in the lingo section, we're just letting you know what the PDAs are, or PD arrays, if you will. Now, the bullish breaker. The bullish breaker block is a bullish range or up close candle in the most recent swing high prior to an old low being violated. The sellers that sold this low and later see this same swing high violated will look to mitigate the loss. When price returns back to the swing high, this is a bullish trade setup worth considering, right? That said a whole lot of what? Whole lot of confusion. Well, we're going to clear it up for you when I give it to you the way little Timmy Rogers understands it, right? So looking over here, you see ICT has a market structure broken higher, and retracement will be new buying opportunities, right? This is once it break past this high. We like it goes higher, then you come back down to go back long again, right? And see, this is what he was talking about after a recent low was broken. Down here where it says the raid on sell stops indicates sellers are trapped short, right? That right there, that lets you know that coming down, go back. I'm sorry. Click the screen. That lets you know that anybody that went short below this breaking market structure, they got stuck going short because the market quickly rallied back up, right? That's all of it. And then repricing higher after sell stops are taken. That's when I say you see a violent move up, that's the repricing higher or a distribution or you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call that move, that big institutional candles, if you will, that's what it is. But the breaker is you're coming back to this area right here to go long, because everybody who went short from this point down to this point, right, when it takes back off like this, it's going against them. They're stuck short. That's why I say raid on sell stops indicate sellers are trapped short. They're stuck short because from this price point to there, they was like, oh, it's dropping, let's go short, especially after it broke the low right here. Let's go short. Now when it reversed with that violent move up, that repricing higher, if you will, that, you know what I'm saying, that distribution higher, Now they're stuck here, and when price comes back here to the breaker point, they're trying to mitigate or get out of those losses, you know what I'm saying, as soon as possible. Mitigate those losses with less losses, and then this is a buying opportunity to go long. All of this will just be flipped on its head for a short opportunity. And don't worry, we'll get into that when we get into the price action videos showing it on both sides. Right now, we're just trying to identify it. Now, let's take all of that ICT said and give it to you the way Lil Timmy Rogers understand it, right? Now, this is how Lil Timmy Rogers sees it, right? We're talking about the breaker. So, the difference between the breaker and the mitigation block, they're very similar, right? The one key difference on the breaker, this high breaks the high at B, breaks the low at A. That's the difference. On the mitigation block, this high at B would not break this low at A, and it'll go back up. But with the breaker, the market sets a low, right? Let's read it out. The market sets a low, right? Rallies back and makes a high at B, pulls back from that high and make another low at C that breaks this low. So that high breaks that low, right? And then you get that repricing higher, or that violent move, if you will, that redistribution, if you will, right? And you get a break in market structure. Once you get that break in market structure, that's what BMS stands for, qualifies the B and C price leg right down here, right, as the breaker leg, right? The last up close candle at the high of B is your entry point. So when it's coming back down to this breaking market structure, you want to be entering, since you're going long here, you want to be entering on the last up close candle on this price leg right here from A to B. The last up close candle there is where you want to be entering. And again, on the bearish, it'll just flip over and it'll just be the last down close candle on the A to B leg. Because you're going to be coming down. You'll be coming down from A to B. You'll be coming down like this from A to B. So it'll be the last down close candle. But again, we'll get into that later. So again, you make a low, you make a high. This high breaks that low. Then you get heavy distribution up, getting a break in market structure. When you come back to that break in market structure, you're looking to enter on the last up close candle on this price leg from A to B, right? That's the way Lil Timmy Rogers see the breaker. Now let's go see what the breaker looks like in price action, right? So here we go. The market is coming down and we make a low right there at A. Coming down, we make this low. Start going back up. Boom. You make a low right there, right? Come back up. You make a high. This is your high at B, right? This high pulls down and breaks through or trades beneath, however you want to say it, the low at A, making a new low down here at C. Once that is, then you get heavy price movement, or heavy repricing, heavy distribution, if you will. See these really big candles? That's what you want to see. Heavy distribution taking off, giving you your breaking market structure right here. This is your breaking market structure. When price trades back down to that breaking market structure, look where it goes. The last up close candle. This is extended out in time, just so you'll see it, just stretching it out in time. Just imagine grabbing this candle and stretching it over. So this range of price let you know this is the range of price of that last up close candle. Price trades back down into that last up close candle, and then take off. We get the reaction and going all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. And that is the breaker. Hopefully I did not confuse anyone. Hopefully everybody understands what a breaker is. If you need to go back and watch this video again to get a little bit more clarification, please do. Or if you want to see it straight from ICT, please visit his core content playlist, I believe he calls it, and look for the video that covers breakers. Very informative. Now, with that, I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Mama, I Want to Trade. Again, I'm Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., and I'll see you in the next episode. Gone.